It's senior day at Adrian College, a beautiful sun-drenched stadium. Time for NCAA Division III college football. Alongside Tom Duncan, I'm Joe Radnowski. Today's telecast being brought to you in high def, courtesy of Dave White Chevrolet. The place to go is Alexa Monroe. Dave White Chevrolet. The Adrian Bulldogs taking on the Trine Thunder. Both of these teams come in at 6-3. Trine still has a chance to win the outright league title with a victory today and an Olivet loss.
You know, Trine's got a chance, but they've got a few injuries, and it's going to be interesting to see a backup quarterback, backup running back. But they're playing well all year long. They want to finish strong.
We have a couple familiar faces on this Trine Thunder team. It starts with Chris Hedden, a former St. Francis coach and a former coach at the University of Toledo as well. He's the quarterback's coach, and his running back, Lamar Carswell, played high school football at St. Francis, and he's been a standout this year, but he's injured, and he's not going to play. If he does, he'll see very limited time as he's banged up today.
Yeah, they're going to have to go with a backup running back, backup quarterback today. So that's an opportunity for Adrian College.
All right, let's talk about Adrian College and Coach Jim Deere's team. They come in 6-3 as well, but they're 3-2 in conference play. They're out of the conference race, but they come in on a 3-game winning streak.
3-game winning streak. There are very few injuries. They're finishing the season strong. They're ramping towards this end of the season.
Yeah, their big running back, Emmanuel Stewart, has a chance to set a record today, a rushing record. He's got over 1,000 yards this year.
1,278 yards, 9 touchdowns, over 6 yards per carry. He's having a great year. An explosive, one of the more explosive backs that you're going to see in this era. Not a big size guy, but he's got great speed and power.
And just a young guy, too, a super sophomore. Keys to the game for Adrian?
Adrian, you got to do what you do best. Give the ball to Emmanuel Stewart. And Millark, the quarterback, is a playmaker. Keep him in the game, but also contain that Trine offense.
We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Excellent. They are encouraged to engage in all aspects of the collegiate experience while participating in
12?
competitive
12 is the president? All is the president?
Division III student athletes dedicate themselves to become.
All right, welcome back to Adrian College. We've got the president This one underway. Adrian will be kicking off. And Trine will receive, and we are underway on a beautiful afternoon. It's chilly out, but the sun is shining brightly here, and that kick goes through the end zone for a touchback. So the Trine Thunder will set up shop. At the 25-yard line, and Trine's got quite a few kids from Northwest Ohio. We mentioned Chris Hedden is their quarterback's coach. We mentioned Carswell, who's injured. And Coach Hedden said he probably won't play today. If he does, he'll get a few touches, but not that many. They've also got a backup quarterback starting, and Brandon Rose. So they start with Rose at quarterback, Mark Wilson in the backfield, as they line up at kind of a pistol formation here to start. They've got 3 split to the right. Now the officials are kind of counting everybody, making sure everybody's lined up. So we're just about ready to get this underway. Dunk, I'm looking forward to this. We do a lot of these games, and I always enjoy coming up here to Adrian. They're so good to us. Leslie does a great job, and talking to Coach Deere and Dr. Docking. It's just a lot of fun. We've got a third member of our broadcast crew, Ellen Stanton, who's down on the sidelines. We'll check in with her periodically during the telecast. But it should be a lot of fun. There's a lot on the line, particularly for Trine, as they're trying to win a conference championship and get into the playoffs. Now, Adrian, unfortunately, is out of that race, but they've won 3 in a row. They've got a lot to play for, too. They can win their 4th game in a row.
They have a lot to play for, Joe, but also Trine comes in with a backup quarterback who is a freshman, and also a backup running back, because we're not going to see Lamar Carswell. But another notable, Andrew Bonifiglio, who was a sophomore at Trine, graduate of St. Francis de Sales in Toledo. He's starting at the wide receiver position. So there's a little bit of flavor of Toledo players on that Trine roster.
You better believe it. Absolutely. All right, so it looks like they're having trouble with the clock. That's the issue here early. That's why we have a little pause in the action.
They're having a hard time getting the play clock, which is in each end zone, and it's the 25-second clock. But they're gonna they've got to move forward. It's off right now, so it's off on both sides. So no one has the advantage. The back judge and defense will hold his hand up when it's 5 seconds before the play has to go.
Ruse throws right, and it's incomplete. So the first play is finally underway. Pass out there intended for the wide receiver on the far side. That was Taylor Howard. It's incomplete.
This will be an interesting situation, especially for this first series for Adrian, because you've got some injuries, and so you've got replacements in there to see what their strengths are and what type of offense they'll come up with. Surprising that they threw a quick out on that first play.
2nd down and 10. Shotgun from the empty set. Over the middle, they got a receiver wide open at the 45, but he dropped the ball, went right through the hands of the intended receiver. That was Andrew Bonifiglio, who you just mentioned.
Boy, you know, it's amazing. That ball was right in his hands and he was wide open. Look at that. I think he tried to turn up because he was facing the quarterback. He tried to turn up as he was catching the ball, and he drops it. You're not going to see that too many times. We've seen Andrew Bonifiglio on BCSN a number of times when he was at St. Francis.
Now they'll send a player in motion. That's Nick Hayes. Looking left, throwing left, and it's caught for the first down across the 35 and up to the 39-yard line. That was a pretty good looking play. That pass complete to the wide receiver, Jeffrey Barnett.
He's looking pretty good so far, Joe. He's thrown at least 2 passes on the money. The one that Bonifiglio dropped, and then this one for the first down. But a very wide open receiver. Adrian's got to make some adjustments here if they're going to throw the ball like that.
They'll turn around and hand it off to the running back, and bowling his way for about 4 yards goes Mark Wilson on first down. So a good pickup there on first down across the 40 out to the 44-yard line. Gain of 5.
Mark Wilson, a pretty good running back, but we were all, I guess, looking to see Lamar Carswell, and he's banged up and talking to Coach Hedden that he probably won't play at all.
So back to the shotgun goes Rose. He's got a receiver open, and it is dropped at the 28-yard line. But running wide open down there, another receiver. That was Taylor Howard down there.
I'll tell you right now, Rose can't do much better. He's throwing the ball. Look at this on the money. That's a catchable pass right there. You've got to make those catches. He's thrown some very good passes so far in this first series that have been dropped.
Jarius Gardner, Dunk, had the coverage for Adrian. So a big play coming up here on 3rd down and 5, ball at the 44-yard line. Shotgun formation, little dump pass over the middle. It's caught, and it's a first down inside the 40, down to the 35, and across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Big play there on 3rd down, 3rd and 5, and it's all about moving the chains, and that's exactly what happened there. That pass is complete. That was a good run after catch by Jeffrey Barnett.
I'm impressed with the freshman quarterback, Rose, because that was a play that he had to be patient. He looked downfield, knowing that the receiver was going to drag across. He throws a perfect pass, waited perfectly, the timing behind it, and another first down.
It's a reverse and a throwback. They got a receiver wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. It was Gage Corner who was wide open. A little double reverse and a throwback. And Corner running wide in the end zone, and Trine takes the lead.
Well, basically he had his choice. I don't know if we can see it on this, but no one. There was two. Look at there was one receiver, two receivers wide open.
They go to Gage Corner. Corner is arguably one of the best wide receivers in the conference. I know both coaches are very high on him, and in talking to Coach Deere, got a game plan for him. The extra point is up and good, and Trine takes a 7-0 lead with 13:15 to go in the first quarter. All righty, we were back, and that drive didn't take long, Dunk. They drove right down the field, a drive that started at their own 25-yard line, and 75 yards later, with a little trickeration into the end zone, go the Trine Thunder.
Well, the entire series, Joe, there was a lot of gaps, a lot of open, wide open receivers. Adrian College has got to make some adjustments. That was really a poor series for Adrian. Too many wide open receivers, and at the end, the quarterback had his choice. There were two wide open receivers in the end zone.
D'Angelo Gaines fields the punt at about the 14-yard line, cuts it up the middle, good running room, and out to the 30-yard line goes Gaines. So a nice return by D'Angelo Gaines, and now we'll get our first look at Adrian College. Here's that touchdown again, a little razzle-dazzle, and the throwback into the end zone to Corner.
Two wide open receivers.
Denzel Young with the throw, and he put it right on the money. All right, so here comes Adrian.
You'll see a contrast here because they're going to be a heavy diet of Emmanuel Stewart. 1,278 yards coming into this game.
And they give it to Stewart, and here he comes, near side. He's across the 40, out to the 41-yard line. Move those chains.
Stewart only 5'7", 180, runs much heavier than that. He really carries the load. Once he gets to that second level, Joe, he's really hard to get down. He's a back that really specializes in when he plants his foot, he goes vertical real quick.
So Malark in the shotgun. Malark looking left. He's going to throw, and it's caught at the 40-yard line. Down to the 30, still on his feet to the 25. Now a little spin move and down to the 22-yard line. Good play there. They're on the move. Are the Adrian College Bulldogs. Marcus Higginbottom with the catch, and I'll tell you what, he put some nifty moves on the defense.
Well, Steve Malark, it said he wasn't going to start. He must have had some injury problem. He's in there, but he does a great job of managing the offense. He's not the most dynamic passer, only 798 yards in the last 9 games, but he does a really good job of managing the offense, making sure it executes all the way down the field.
D'Angelo Gaines with a good pickup there. And I'll tell you what, this Bulldogs team is coming right back after getting punched in the mouth. There's Malark. There you see 6 foot, 189-pound junior from Fenton, Michigan.
Well, the offense for Adrian College depends. The run sets up the pass. As simple as that. Malark he's not going to throw the ball 30 times a game, but they obviously rely on their real moneymaker in that Emmanuel Stewart.
And here comes Stewart right on cue. This time, not a lot of yards, maybe a pickup of 1 or 2 yards. So that'll set up 3rd down and very manageable third. What would you call a dunk? About 2.5? 1, 2.5 maybe?
Yeah,
a couple yards.
They may want to go for that. Their field goal kicking right now is not where they want it to be. They're only 5 for 15, so they want to take advantage of this opportunity in this field position.
This is just 3rd down though. They don't have to go for it yet. Now they might. We'll see if he got the 1st down. Malark on the quarterback keeper, and yes, indeed he does. So 1st down, they could still pick up another 1st down as they're just outside the 10-yard line. They have to get down about the 1.
Yeah, I got a little ahead of myself there, but yeah, they're not going to rely too much on that kicking game today. So they're going to plan it to where it's a very manageable 4-down territory if need be.
Malark will come under center now. Pitch out, Stewart running hard around the left side. He's into the end zone, touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown run for Emmanuel Stewart. And there you saw the kind of speed he retained. He gets outside, zoop, he's into the end zone.
Give a lot of credit to that. He's a fullback, but he's more of a blocking back. Sam Courtney, number 47, 6'2", 230. He lines up as a tight end or as an H-back. That time he led the blocking for Emmanuel Stewart and got a gaping hole. And then once Stewart gets to the edge, not many people are going to catch him.
Not a very big guy, but a very fast guy from the state of Florida, St. Petersburg. Extra point is up, and it is good. And with 10:49 to go in the 1st quarter, we've got a scoring fest early, folks. It's knotted up at 7 at 8. All righty, the kickoff is going to go back and through the end zone again, so Trine will have it at the 25-yard line. Good drive there, though, Dunk, for the Adrian College Bulldogs. They came right back and answered that touchdown drive by Trine.
Well, as I mentioned before, the running game sets up the passing game. Steve Millark does a great job of managing the offense, and it was a very well designed and engineered drive by Adrian that first time. A little bit different, you know, we're seeing Trine put the ball in the air just about every play, but Adrian College relies on the running.
So here comes Rose again in the Trine offense back on the field. Quarterback keeper, and he's got maybe a yard, but not much more. Nice play there defensively. Coming up to make the stop was Michael Spears.
I knew as soon as I'd say that Trine was predominantly a passing team that Rose would run the ball, but obviously you saw him on that. It looked like it either a broken play or probably ill-advised. Rose does not look like a running quarterback.
Check that. That was John Carlin on the tackle for Adrian. Back to the shotgun. Rose looking right, and he throws over there in the flat. It's caught for the first down up across the 35 to the 36-yard line and out of bounds.
Well, we were told he's the backup quarterback, but I'll tell you right now, Joe, he puts the ball on the money. Most all of his passes are right there. He's had like 2 or 3 drops in that first series, but he really throws it. He does a nice arm and pretty good size as well.
Jeffrey Barnett was the intended receiver there, and it was a nice play. They'll put Nick Hayes in motion now. Rose again, looking over the middle, and throws into triple coverage, and he's lucky that didn't get picked off.
Rose 6'4", 185 pounds, but he has a nice high release as well, so he can throw over the middle like that into a skinny post and keep that ball high, and that's the one advantage of quarterback when you're 6'4". When you're tall like that, you keep the ball out of the way of those defensive line.
That pass was intended for Ty Fishback. Second down, and that play is blown up from the start. Great defensive play that time. Coming up to make the stop was Austin Foster, and he put the hit on very early.
The game I saw earlier against Benedictine, they were very aggressive offensively and defensively, and they still are, but they've got to clean it up in that secondary. There's a lot of wide open receivers, but they will get to the football, especially in the running game, and that's probably why Trine is trying to keep the ball in the air. I don't think they're going to have that much success running the football today.
So a big third down coming up for the Thunder. Looking left, under pressure, and brought down in the backfield. Great defensive play.
Dontrell Tucker was just such an active, not that big of a linebacker, Joe, but he's so active. That time he blitzed from the corner, and he's a very good athlete. Had a chance to talk with him a few weeks ago. Full of energy, big sack for Adrian College.
Dontrell Tucker comes up with the defensive play of the game so far, and Adrian's going to get the football back. 8:29 and counting here in the first quarter, tied at 7. Back to receive for the Adrian College Bulldogs. David Nutter, and they'll just let that bounce. Take it. So that's good field position at the 45-yard line.
Just to note, David Nutter, Genoa High School. Genoa High School, he's really the backup running back. He's really the backup running back for Adrian College behind Emmanuel Stewart. So you don't see him getting a lot of work, but he'll get in there every once in a while and give Stewart a break.
Millark looking right, throwing out to the flat. It's caught. And it's very near first down, up to the 45-yard line of Trine. Nice little pitch and catch there, an easy pitch and catch. Joey Kochelski made the catch there for the Bulldogs. And it's enough for first down. Through the chains.
35.
Kochelski goes 6'4", 240, your ideal size for a tight end. He's a great target, but also he does a great job of blocking on that offensive line.
See if they go back to Stewart here on the run. They're going deep. They wanted to go deep. Mark's just going to have to throw it away.
That's one thing about Steve Millark. He does not get himself in trouble. That time he saw no receivers open. So instead of trying to make a play, trying to scramble or trying to thread the needle, he just throws the ball away, saves it for another down. And you're going to see that all day. He's very good at managing the football and managing the drive.
So Millark on 2nd down and 10. Little option pitch. Stewart around the far side. He's got some running room. He's got the first down. He's inside the 30 before he's finally knocked out of bounds.
He can get 12 yards faster than a lot of backs. He gets around the corner, and he's got that explosive speed. He's got a nose for the end zone. He's always running. As you saw that last play, he got around the corner, planted, and went vertical, and got those extra yards.
Yeah, he did, and Stewart's off to a good start here for Adrian. They're on the move, ball at the 31-yard line, right back. And they're going to throw back to the quarterback. Millark's open. Did he get it there? And it is incomplete. He was wide open, and Stewart just couldn't get him the football.
It's a play that they probably don't run very too many times, and can't. And that probably they probably wasted that one today. But Stewart's got to just put the ball up in the area. A wide open receiver, he threw the ball a little short. If he puts a little bit more air under it, it gives Millark a chance to at least catch the ball. He might have caught the ball and down right away, but it would have been complete.
What a nice play. I like the play call by Coach Deere. I really do. Millark, quick pass, caught near the first down. Pass complete to Ryan Betts.
Ryan Betts, the leading receiver, caught 21 catches, 312 yards. They don't throw the ball a lot, so 21 catches is the leading receiver, but he's got good, solid hands. But, yeah, again, the mix, the run, the pass, They do a great job of that. And it's another nice engineered drive by Adrian College down inside the 30.
Nutter is back in the backfield now, right behind Millark, and they'll go to Nutter. Might be short of the first down. As mentioned, Nutter played for the Genoa Comets. We're very familiar with them in the Northwest Ohio area. They turned and gave it to him on a quick hitter. And I think he was stopped just shy, and he was, and it's going to set up 4th down and short. Here it is one more time.
Yeah, a good push on the defensive line, and Nutter wasn't able to get the first down. Really, it's out of field goal range right now. The longest field goal that they've had this year is 38 yards, so this would have been probably about at least a 40-yard field goal, so they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They will, and they'll give it to Stewart, and Stewart's got the first down, and he's across the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just student body right, student body left.
And you know, it works, and Stewart he's got a great job of he's got great vision downfield. He knows exactly when to cut. He does a great job of getting upfield and getting that. Knowing that he had that first down, he could be a little bit more liberal as far as what he wanted to do after that.
And once he gets into the open field, he's gone.
He's gone. You're not going to catch him.
You're not.
I don't know if he runs on the track team, but he should. He's got great explosive speed.
Nutter back in the backfield to replace Stewart in the shotgun formation. Looking left is Millark. Now he's under heavy duress. He's sacked. Brought down by a host of defenders for Trine. Big number 94, Jacob Boswell, got in there first.
Another thing I like about Millark, he did not try to make a play that wasn't there. He said, hey, it's not there, I'll eat the ball. We're in the red zone. It's more important that we continue to keep that. He took the 2-yard loss versus to try to attempt a pass where it might have been intercepted.
And they just announced that Emmanuel Stewart just broke the school record for rushing.
Well, he did that in the first quarter,
yes,
so he's on his way to a big day.
That ball was thrown low and it's incomplete. He threw that low dunk, but he threw it exactly where he needed to so nobody else could get the football. It was intended for Jamel French.
Yeah, he threw it just a little bit too low on that situation. Surprised that they threw that type of pass. I thought they would continue to use Emmanuel Stewart on the outside a little bit more, especially in that red zone where they really have to come out with 7 points, not 3.
3rd down and 12. A big 3rd down play coming up for the Bulldogs here. Ball spotted just outside the 15-yard line at the 16. Meadows back in. Stewart's out. Millark looking over the middle towards the end zone. He throws and it's incomplete at the goal line. Darius Philon was the intended receiver. And now the field goal unit will come on.
Good defensive coverage in that. Philon had an opening, and Millark put the ball pretty much on the money, but a good defensive play to knock that ball away.
Cameron Cook is the kicker. Millark will be the holder. And this will be a 32-yard field goal. What did you say, as long as 38?
38.
That kick is up, and it is good. And the Adrian College Bulldogs, with 4:17 to go in the first quarter, take a 10-7 lead. Earlier we told you about the 3rd member of our broadcast group. Well, let's introduce you to Ellen Stan, who's down on the sideline for the very special guest. Ellen.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with the head coach of the women's volleyball team at Adrian College, David Kwan, and you guys finished 3rd in the conference this year, losing to nationally ranked Hope. What helped you guys get from 7th place last year to 3rd place this year?
Well, it's been 4 years of hard recruiting and hard work. My first recruiting class were finally seniors, and we've been kind of building for 4 years to get to this point. And a lot of credit to those seniors and to my team. They had a great season, a great run.
And those seniors, including Jordan Brisson, who accomplished 1,000 career kills in her time. How do you like to combat the losses of her and Nicole Motts and other seniors on the team?
Yeah, those 2 individuals were definitely a staple of the program for the last 4 years. We're going to really miss Jordan Brisson and Nicole and Chelsea Jordan and Rachel Wath and my 4 seniors. Jordan Brisson was my first big recruit here, and she deserves all the credit. And she was first team all conference. She wanted to be first team all conference this year, and she asked me how we could do it, and I'm like, listen, we gotta become top 3. We gotta get into the MIA tournament for you to achieve that goal, and she did. She made it her passion and her goal to help our team and make the person beside them better, and a lot of credit to her.
Well, thank you so much, and good luck next season.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All righty, Ellen, thank you very much. We appreciate your contributions to the broadcast today, and good season for Coach Kwan and the volleyball team. That's good to see, good to hear. We'll have a bunch of interviews with different coaches and different alumni and friends and families of the players as well here at Adrian College throughout this telecast. 10-7 the score, as we saw while Ellen was doing that interview. Trine made a foolish decision, if you will.
Absolutely, yeah.
Trying to run that out in the end zone. I'm not sure what they were thinking of.
They're lucky they ran a running play. They got half that, 5 yards that they need for the 10 for the first down, but they need to get out of that behind their end zone.
And Rose takes off and is going to be just, now he powers ahead for the first down, very close to it. Looked like they had him pinned in on the far side, but he puts his shoulder down and
Rose 6'4", but only 185 pounds, but he was able to power his way. I think that extra length at 6'4" kind of stretched out. It made the big first down. That was huge. That was huge for Trine, because they were in their own backyard, and they just they needed to get out and get a little bit running room, or a little bit more moving room. Now they're going to probably get the ball up in the air again.
We're out across the 15-yard line now on that run by Rose. So Rose is the backup quarterback, but I'll tell you what, he is very, very good from what we've seen early on here. Rose will fake the handoff. He's going to roll, and now he gets snowed under. Number 15 got there first. That's none other than Jamel French. French, 6'2", 203-pound inside linebacker, just a freshman from Muskegon, Michigan.
The one thing about Adrian College, they don't have big linebackers, but they're very athletic. Dontrell Tucker as well. Not a real big linebacker, but they're so active and they're so athletic that they make plays like that.
The give running around the right side. Not a lot of running room there. Now he sprints out the first down. My goodness. They had him pinned in, Mark Wilson, and all of a sudden he squirts forward and he's up across the 20-yard line to the 23 and very near a first down. Here's one more time. Look at that. He just squirts out of the tackle there. Big number 72 had him in his grasp, but Zach Reiger couldn't hold on, and very near another first down.
Wilson
set up third and short.
Yeah, so Wilson, 5'8", a sophomore, 5'8", only 185 pounds. He moved the pile really well. That time we had an injury along the way, but he moved the pile pretty well. 5'8", 185, sophomore out of Indianapolis. Almost got the first down.
Yeah, that's injured player walking off under his own power is Kowalczyk, Austin Kowalczyk.
They can ill afford to lose Austin. He does a great job up front in allowing those four linebackers to be very active.
Rose, who spells his name R-O-O-Z-E, so if you hear us calling Rose every once in a while during this telecast, please accept our apologies, but you pronounce it Rose, and he turns around and hands it to Wilson again, and Wilson's got the first down across the 25 ahead to the 27-yard line.
I think the one thing the Trine offense figured out now is they can run the ball a little bit against Adrian. They did. They depended on the run, whether down inside the 10-yard line to start this series. Now they're out almost a little past the 25, but most of that has been on the ground, Joe.
Yeah, it absolutely has. Rose now in the pistol formation. 3 split to the left, 1 to the right. He'll just give it to Wilson one more time. And Wilson, not a lot of running room there, Dunk. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, similar to the Adrian College offense, they're trying to use the run, and it's a kind of a read option type situation where they kind of use the run to set up the pass. And look for that same action, but for Rose to pull the ball and execute a play action pass.
Well, that read option can be so good. You just kind of suck the defense in, but the quarterback has to know when to keep it and when not to. Great defensive play. That ball was batted away by Randy Fry.
Barnett still, yeah, it was a great play at the end. Let's see if he got his hand on the ball. Boy, I don't know. I don't know if that
was that tipped. I thought it was batted away.
I don't think the way Barnett, Jeffrey Barnett reacted, it might not have been tipped. He might have just dropped the ball.
By the way, Barnett, if that name sounds familiar, he went to Fremont Ross, played for the Little Giants. From Fremont, Ohio, is Jeffrey Barnett, one of the star receivers for the Trine Thunder.
Of course, they Fremont in the track and a really good conference, in sports in Northwest Ohio.
I want to congratulate our teams from Northwest Ohio that won last night. Central Catholic continues to roll. They beat Clyde over at Lake High School 35-25, so they're in the Division III regional final. How about Perrysburg, the Yellow Jackets, over in Sandusky last night?
Well, that's a big over Avon. Avon's a really good football
team.
team.
They beat them handily, 48-21.
Yes, I was surprised at the final score. I was working with Mason Lowry in the late game, and we were keeping track of the score, and all of a sudden Perrysburg just exploded, which they've been doing all year, though, as you well know.
Yeah, I do Perrysburg high school football on the radio on 100.7 The Zone, and they looked very, very good against Avon. That game was tied 14-14 after the first quarter. I thought, oh no, it's going to be a shootout. But then the defense really stiffened up, only allowed Avon in the final 3 quarters 1 touchdown. And Trevor Hafner, a healthy Trevor Hafner, really ran the football well last night for Perrysburg, and Perrysburg advances to the first regional final in the history of their school. So congratulations to both of those teams. We got Whitmer playing tonight on BCSN, so a lot going on in high school football. All right, 3rd down and 10. Big play here for the Adrian College defense. Let's see, Dunk, if they can get a stop. Rose looking left, throwing. He's got a receiver open, and it's going to be a first down across the 40 up to the 44-yard line. On the pass play, goes Jeffrey Barnett. And how good has Barnett been early on?
Well, not only that, but a really well-designed play. They ran out the corner with the wide receiver, and then had the slot, Jeffrey Barnett, do a little tuck in, then rolled out. He was being covered by a linebacker, and there was nothing but wide open spaces for him to get a first down. Nicely executed, but really well-designed pass play.
There you saw some of the athleticism of Barnett when he catches the ball in the open field and has room to run. Over the middle, Rose's passes behind Barnett that time, who looked like he slipped at about the 40-yard line.
Well, that was interesting also, because there was a lot of real estate open for Rose if he chose to run the ball. There were really no black jerseys around. He could have taken the ball up and probably gotten at least 10 yards before it was even touched.
So 1:04 to go in the first quarter. 10-7 our score. Adrian College Bulldogs have the lead over Trine. Second down coming up. They'll fake the handoff to Wilson. Throw. It's caught out across the 50 down to about the 47-yard line. That'll set up 3rd and short on another pretty good-looking pass play. Nick DeCantis made the catch there. I'm sorry, that was Bonfiglio.
Yeah,
that was the Toledo product, St. Francis product.
Actually, the interesting thing, he planted at the 10-yard mark, right at the stick, and he came in to catch the ball, which is the correct thing to do. He's got to run that pattern a little deeper next time, and he would have had the first down, but he made a nice catch.
Wilson gets the first down on the very next play as Rose just turns around and hands it to Wilson. And that might be the last play of this first quarter.
Tucker for Adrian. The gain is to the Adrian 41-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for.
So they have the football at the Adrian 41-yard line. They're currently moving with the wind, so they'll try to get off one more play before the time expires here in the first quarter. And they'll just give it to Wilson again. This time he cuts up the middle, but he's only going to get about 3 yards. Good tackle that time. Coming over to make the stop was Trenton Elkins. And that'll do it for the first quarter play. A good first quarter for the Adrian College Bulldogs. It's Adrian 10, Trine 7. All right, we are back. Second down and 7 at the 38-yard line. Back with Tom Duncan. I'm Joe Rognoski. Glad to have you along on BCSN, folks. NCAA Division III college football. We're at Adrian College this week. And a good tackle in the open field. Coming up to make the stop for Adrian French again. He's been very, very impressive. When you look at this small college football too, Dunk, this is what it's all about. Saturday afternoon is when we're taping this. Huge crowds on hand. Just people come out, a great community, wonderful community here in Lenawee County. I love doing these small college football games. We do a lot of them, and they're just a boatload of fun, aren't they?
They sure are. And Trine University is in Angola, Indiana, so it's not far away.
It's only about an hour away as well. Running left side with some running room around the left side, and another first down. He showed a burst of speed. Did Jake Rupreich that time?
Well, he showed some power as well. He really turned his shoulder down and made his own first down there. He got it himself.
So Trine's got the ball down at the 28-yard line. They're on the move here. Adrian needs to get a couple stops. They're still out of field goal range, most likely. They'll fake the jet sweep. They hand it off, looking to throw back now. They got the quarterback running wide open. Rose down inside the 10, inside the 5-yard line. That was just a well-designed play. Very similar to the play that Adrian College tried to run. And here it is again. They just run the little jet sweep, and he's going to stop, plant, and throw downfield, and Denzel Young put it on the money to the quarterback who just released Rose and just released wide open. He was running unabated down there field. It's inside the 4-yard line. First and goal for Trine. Back to the running game, back to Wilson, and he's into the end zone, touchdown. So 5-yard touchdown run for Mark Wilson. And Trine goes back on top.
Wilson just put his head down and got his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, and then, boy, look, he just powers his way. Again, only 185 pounds, but he runs with a lot of power, and he's a low center of gravity type guy at 5'8", so it's going to be hard to stop when he gets low.
Mark Haydock is on for the extra point. The holder is Michael Spears. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and it is good. And the Trine Thunder take a 14-10 lead with 13:23 to go. Here in the second quarter, you're watching NCAA Division III college football exclusively on BCSN. All right, so Trine marches right down the field and scores, and we got a good offensive battle here. Ball taken back at about the 5-yard line, across the 10, up across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Pretty good return that time by D'Angelo Gaines. That's where Adrian will put it in play.
Gaines, nice return, slipped at the end. Probably could have gotten maybe 5 more had he not slipped, but yeah, good field, decent field position beyond the 20-yard line.
So Stephen Millark will bring his offense back on the field. Emmanuel Stewart is the running back. Emmanuel's already broken the rushing record here at Adrian, and they'll go right back to him. And here he comes with more. He's across the 40. He's across midfield, down to the 40, 30, 20-yard line, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 20. So a huge run for Emmanuel Stewart. That was a gain of nearly 80 yards on the play, and there we talked about when he gets in the open field, he is just gone.
Well, from the 20 to the 20, so really about a little over 60 yards. He did a great job, but you know what? It's got great. He gets through that gap. He gets through the crease, and then it's all downhill from there. And, you know, great job actually of a pursuit by Trine. There's three players there to finally stop him.
Clark into the end zone, touchdown. It's caught in the corner of the end zone. Darius Philon. So it didn't take long, a 60-yard run by Stewart, and then a touchdown pass to Philon, good for 20 more. And Adrian goes back on top. Boy, you want to talk about a quick strike offense. Goodness gracious.
The most impressive thing about that play, Joe, is a long run. Adrian College gets right on the ball, right on the center, quick snap, and they throw the ball. I really think Trine was off guard there. They weren't ready for that play.
The extra point is good, and Adrian now leads 17-14 with 12:46 to go in the second quarter. Nice pass and catch. Phylon celebrates at Adrian College. Kickoff is bobbled at about the 5-yard line, picked up now. And out across the 10 and maybe to the 15-yard line goes the returner. That was Taylor Masujic.
Trine has had a difficult time today. The first two kickoffs went in the end zone. There's Stewart on this run. Great pursuit by the Trine defense, but he almost made it to the end zone. And then a really quick play. They got up to the line of scrimmage, threw the ball to Phylon, touchdown.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take 80 yards for the touchdown. I was saying 80 yards, but he only got just inside the 20, so it was good for, as you said, Dunk, around 60 yards. And now back to the run game for the Thunder, and it's Wilson powering his way for good yardage on first down. Still on his feet. It's about 5, maybe 6 yards on his first down.
First couple series, we didn't see Wilson. All of a sudden now, Mark Wilson is a big part of this offense, setting up a successful running play, setting up the pass.
Where it'll be 2nd and 5.
Second down and 5, so he picked up 5 yards officially on first down, and here they come. You think they take a shot at the air here, Tom?
Boy, they're setting themselves up with play action. There it is, the play action.
Under heavy duress, and he'll just have to throw the ball away. Rose. Nice job by the defense getting in there.
Rose's pass is incomplete.
That's number 62 again coming off, so he's come off a couple times as Kowalczyk.
Yeah, he's got an injury that is just not going to go away, and he's trying his best to stay on the field, but it's not going to happen. But that was a big second down for Adrian because they stopped Trine. Now Trine's got a pretty decent ways, a 3rd and 5, and they're really inside their own 25-yard line. They need to convert here if they're going to stay, keep this drive alive.
They do have the wind at their back, so if Adrian gets a stop, they will be punting with the wind. Rose over the middle, it's caught, and it's a first down. They're going to give him a first down. They're going to give forward penetration for first down. Marcellus Miles came up from his defensive back position to put the big hit on. But not before a first down play.
I like the hit. The hit was low, individual, open field tackle. Hit him nice and low. You wrap the arms. That's textbook hitting.
Each corner did pick up the first down though for Trine, so that's reset things. Ball up to the 27-yard line now. Now they go right back to Wilson. He's running near side, breaks a couple of tackles, and finally pushed out of bounds. You want to talk a young man that's running with his hair on fire today. That's Mark Wilson.
Well, he's got that low center of gravity. Did you see when he was tripped up, he's low to the ground, so he continued to keep that balance, almost like a wrestler. Has a low center of gravity, and they're able to keep balance when they are challenged. And that time he extended that run by keeping the balance and getting back into the run. Nice run by Wilson.
Look at this formation. They're bunched up to the left side of the field and looking left, wanting to throw. Rose under pressure. Can they get to him? They do. The quarterback sacked 41, dove at Rose and brought him down. That's Damon Fuller.
Rhodes has shown signs of quickness, but that time A little slow feet getting out of the pocket, and then the defense catches up to him. But give a lot of credit, Joe, to that secondary who made the coverage there, and there's nobody open, and Rose had to scramble.
You talked to Damon Fuller earlier in our telecast.
Yeah, he's the. I talked to him earlier, and I told him, I said I was at the Benedictine game, and I was impressed by his energy out there. And that right there, he did not give up. He went after it and got the sack.
Well, he didn't, and he dove, and he just tripped Rose up. So a big 3rd down and 5 play coming. And that's going to be illegal procedure against the Trine Thunderers. Usually what that call is, we'll see what the officials do signal.
And that happens often when you're really spread out. You've got everybody really spread.
Did somebody line up in the neutral zone? Hold on just a second, Don.
No, I think it's going back. I think it's going back.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it's illegal motion.
Yep, it is. Yep. Okay, false start against Trine, just what we thought.
When you've got a lot of players that are flanked out and they're all over the place, a lot of time one or the other does not get set, and the official's right there, and it's a glaring view of what they are in motion, and that time they got caught. Same thing with this formation here. I see a lot of movement.
Empty set backfield. Rose looking to throw under pressure from Fuller again, gets it out, and there's going to be a penalty on the play in the backfield. The pass was complete. It was caught out there by his favorite receiver. That's Jeffrey Barnett again.
Might be a good possibility of roughing the passer.
I thought
that time.
so too. I saw the flag back there by the quarterback.
Just as we praised Damon Fuller, he got a little too aggressive that time, and a pretty much of a late hit on the quarterback Rose. Let's see if we can get a replay on this. No, you know what? He hit him low, but he extended through, and I think the extension after the throw.
Yeah, they're going calling.
Roughing the passer, hitting the quarterback below the knee while he's in a passing posture. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
You can't hit below the knee that deep in the play. You got to get it up higher, and that's a good rule because you don't want your quarterback's knee taken out in that thing. It's a good job. Good call by the official on that. Tough break for Adrian.
So that moves the football all the way out towards midfield to about the 50-yard line. And they'll set up shop there on 1st and 10. Wilson, and this time he stopped in the backfield. Great penetration. That was just a tremendous defensive play by John Carlin.
Well, I think they tried to fool the Adrian defense in flanking everybody to the wide side and then running back to the short side of the field. There's really nothing there. Fuller stayed at home along with Carlin. They were waiting for that play to kick back. They did a nice job of stopping it.
So 2nd down coming up. After a great defensive play by Carlin. Carlin's made a couple nice stops here today. This time they'll put Wilson in motion, splitting him out to the right. Looking over the field as a receiver, but it's way high. They try to get it out there. The intended receiver that time was Denzel Young, and they just couldn't quite get it to him.
Remember now, Rose is only a freshman. That was pretty much of an ill-advised pass because there were more defenders than a receiver there. You had one receiver, and Barnett, he throws into the crowd. Lucky that ball could have been intercepted. So you got to watch that, especially when you're throwing over the middle. You got 2 safeties, you got a corner, you got a linebacker, you got a lot of busy defense there. You don't want to throw inside like that. But Rose, again, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with him as a freshman. He throws the ball very well. But you got to have better decision making. That could have been a takeaway.
And now a timeout. So we'll take a quick one as well with 8:58 to go. So we hit intermission. 17-14, Adrian. Last 4 times these two teams have played, Adrian's come on top. They've got a current winning streak of 4. They won at Trine last year by a score of 40-7. So Trine's got a little revenge on its mind. They've got a 3rd down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Here we're about midway through quarter number 2. Rose looking to throw, and he's got Koger out there. And it's caught. And it's inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line.
Trine's doing a great job of spreading out their wide receivers. Adrian College is in a zone coverage, maybe a little bit of a combination coverage on their corners, but they're really spreading the field and they're really taking advantage of that Adrian defense because it's really hard when you've got 4 or 5 receivers out there and they're spread all over the field. Rose is having a good half.
Back to the running game, and here comes Wilson, and he's across the 30. He's got the 1st down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Goes Mark Wilson. They spotted him outside the 20 to the 21, but another good run by Wilson.
Well, that time Jarius Carner, number 3, got juked out of his shoes that time when the running back Wilson just cut to the outside. He got him flat-footed, and that's what you don't want to do. If you go to get to the 2nd level as a defender, whether it be a defensive back or linebacker, you got to stay mobile.
Right back to Wilson. This time he's tripped up after a gain of only about 2 yards.
You know, we keep calling that number 2 John
Carlin.
Carlin.
Yeah.
You know, he's all over the place. He's a linebacker, but he almost looks like a defensive back, but he's really listed as a linebacker. But he is, along with Fuller, and these guys are really quick off the ball.
Carlin's 6'1", 186-pound senior out of Sterling Heights, Michigan. Plays high school football at Stevenson. Go to a pistol formation this time. They go right back to Wilson, and this time he's just smothered at the line. Number 5 came in there to get him for Adrian. That's Dontrell Tucker. And we see Tucker make some big plays as well. He loses his helmet, so he'll have to come off the field. But big hit by Tucker. That was a big play.
Dontrell Tucker plays much heavier than he really is. He's got him listed at 195. I've met him before, talked to him again before this game. He's 190 at best, but he's got such high energy and he makes big plays. He's a little upset right now. His helmet came off. He's got to be out of the game for that one play until they fix his helmet. But he'd love nothing more to be back on the field, especially now that Trine is in the red zone.
3rd down and 8. Ball just across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Have to get down to the 12 for a 1st down. Rose throwing. It's caught, but there's Carlin again with great defense. He was all over that play. A pickup of about 3 or 4 yards, but Barnett had nowhere to go because Carlin was on his back.
I'm amazed with his mobility. He rushes the quarterback as a linebacker. He does great coverage. He goes open field tackles. He's a real asset to that Adrian defense.
Trine's going to set up for a field goal here and try to tie this game up. This will be about a 34-yard field goal.
Yeah, it's right in the middle. That should be really makeable. They got a little wind behind his back.
Mark Haydock is your kicker. Snap back, ball down. Haydock's kick is up, and he's got it. No, he doesn't. Check that. That did not go through. So Haydock misses from 34 yards. Let's head down to Ellen Stanton. Down on the sidelines, Ellen.
Thanks, Joe. I'm here with Cynthia and Kevin Betts, the parents of senior captain and wide receiver Ryan Betts. What have been your favorite memory watching him play football over the years?
Well, obviously here being at Adrian College, it's been like a family to us, and he's really had a great experience. They won 2 MIAA championships. You just can't take that away from them, and obviously being elected captain this year from his teammates it's been an honor. It really has.
And growing up, taking him to practices and stuff like that, what do you guys remember most about him as a younger kid playing football too?
He surely didn't like to get up early, that was for sure. But it was just a great experience. I mean, being able to drive with him and talk with him about game plans and things like that, fantastic experience. Great kid.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Ellen, and there was a nice interview. I liked the part his dad said he sure didn't like to get up early, but there he is.
Neither did I.
I'll tell you what, he's a good player and he's had a good career. And
Oh, and it's a great leader.
And what a great place to come. Is this not a?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is beautiful.
Stewart, he's got a first down and more, and he gets all the way up across the 35-yard line before he's hammered down from behind by Teron Graham, but not before he picks up another first down.
You watch him. He's going straight ahead the whole time. He's bouncing around. He continues to bounce around, but he's going vertical the whole time. You never see him run sideways. And for a running back, when you get to that second level or third level, you don't want to go sideways. He's got a great running habit and going vertical, always putting his shoulders ahead of the body.
That pass is caught out across the 40-yard line to the 41-yard line. Another good play, just a quick hitter. And those passes don't look like they're much, but you get 4 or 5 yards and you move the chains. That's Joey Kochelski, the tight end, getting in on the reception that time in the passing game. That's good to see, utilizing the tight end.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Joe. I'm a little surprised they haven't gone to Kochelski a little bit more. He's a great target at 6'4", 240 pounds, and he runs some nice routes. Oh, there's a play there.
Yep,
boy,
that jet sweep. Around the far side, still on his feet, breaking tackles across midfield, and down to the 42-yard line goes D'Angelo Gaines.
I was just going to say, I saw some movement. I saw some movement on that offensive line. The line judge right there. See that right there? The left tackle moved too quick. They didn't call it. They ain't going to break there. I thought for sure we'd see a flag right in front of the line judge.
Tom, you're not supposed to point out anything negative on Adrian.
I didn't say negative. That was they got away. They got away with it.
Don't you know the game plan? All right, let's go back to Stewart, see what he can do. And he gets down to the 40, across the 40 to 39-yard line. This is the first. I know you've seen Adrian a couple times this year. This is the first time I've seen him. I'm very, very impressed.
Oh,
they've got some real playmakers, don't they? Wow.
They really do. And just coming off the field is Sam Courtney, he's kind of an H-back, a tight end, a fullback. He serves a number of different roles. He himself is 6'2", 230, but you've got him and Kochelski.
Emmanuel Stewart, a record-setting running back.
Oh, absolutely.
Millark's a good-looking quarterback. And here they come again, near side. It's caught. And down inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line, D'Angelo Gaines once again.
Well, the one thing impressed me the first time I saw them this year against Benedictine, it was the fact that Millark doesn't make mistakes. Mm-hmm. He's not the most dynamic quarterback in the world, but exactly, he's a coach's dream because he doesn't make mistakes out on the field. He's got a good arm, he can run the ball, but he makes great decisions, and he manages he manages that offense, and that's the kind of quarterback you need. He's not all that as far as flashy, but he does the job, and that's the thing that has impressed me. And he's doing it again on this drive and then so far in this first half.
Coach Jim Deere wants to call a timeout. We will take one as well. 17-14, Adrian with the football and on the move. Back to Stewart we go. We welcome you back to Adrian. Stewart's got running room around the near side, and he picks up another first down. Boy, I tell you what, this young man is impressive. From St. Petersburg, Florida, a record-setting running back, Emmanuel Stewart.
Watch the replay. Number 47 makes a key block right at the edge. Sam Courtney makes a key block, and right off his tail goes Emmanuel Stewart, and that's what Stewart does. He follows his block. He's got great downfield vision. He really knows how to read. He knows how to read a block. He knows how to read the defense.
Stewart is out. David Nutter from Genoa's in, and Genoa Comet takes it down to the 20, and they're inside the red zone.
That's a good change-up. Nutter, 5'11". 230 pounds, 31 pounds, also a sophomore. So you got that 1-2 combination for 2 more years after this.
Yeah, Nutter's more of a fullback.
But it's a great compliment to Stewart. Stewart's the
scat back.
Yeah, and then you go
the big banger.
Yeah, you go inside the red zone and you got the banger at 230 pounds.
Millard looking deep. He's got a receiver open. He hangs it up there though, and it's tipped away at the last minute. Almost picked off, had a receiver wide open in the end zone. That looks like it was D'Angelo Gaines that was kind of camping out. It was. And he just kind of lofted it up.
Well,
kind of late. Let's watch
it was about a count, but he had no choice. He threw off his back of his heel, but he kind of threw that away. He's got to throw that ball a little higher so he gets all the way out of the end zone. That could have been intercepted, but yeah, it was a little late on that, but he had to protect himself and get ready to throw the ball. But if that's thrown a count earlier, that's probably a touchdown.
All right, so let's see what Millard and company have in mind here on 3rd and 6. Looking right, now being flushed out of the pocket, rolling right. Millard might have to run it. He gets down close to the first down, but he's going to be short by about 3 yards. Tripped up inside the 20 at the 17, needed to get down to the 15 for the first down, and he's just shy of that. It's going to be 4th and maybe 2.
Well, they're kicking into the wind. So, but I think that was a smart move by Millard to go and get as many yards. He's not going to get the first down, but get as many yards as you can. Now it's a very manageable 4th down. And then if you do not get it, Joe, you give Trine a long field with a minute 43. But yeah, a great job of not launching that ball that time, just taking it and getting as many yards as he possibly could. They've got some plays in their book there, especially with Emmanuel Stewart. They could possibly get this first down here. Very manageable. 4th and 3.
Now the referees are going to have a little conversation at the 25-yard line. Not sure what that's about. With 1:43 to go. And the big 4th down coming up. 4th, and they're going to call it 3. Now all the refs are going to get in on this convoy.
I think they were debating the mark where he went out of bounds.
Yeah, because his knee hit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a replay of that or not. Dominic Jerome is our esteemed director today. It looked like his knee hit down, and then he bounced on the turf a little bit for another extra yard or so. But it looks like are they going to move the football? I don't think so. I think they're going to just kind of leave it there. And so that'll. Here, let's watch again. Now watch
the replay.
Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Now watch, his knee hits it. He bounces forward.
Still trying to throw it. Now he turns up.
See, look, boom,
yeah.
And then he rolled forward. Looks like he got a good mark on that replay, doesn't it?
Real good mark. Real good mark.
We'll take it, won't we, Dunk?
Yes.
All righty, here we go. In the shotgun, Millard, quick pass, caught, first down, inside the 5, still his feet, ball comes loose, and Trine has it. Ball was fumbled at about the 2-yard line by Darius Philon, and it was picked up by Trine. I didn't see who picked it up for the Thunder. And we'll see if they rule him down. Trine says they have the football.
I think it's a fumble. Philon trying to get that extra effort, smells that end zone. He's getting close, but a good job of defense coming in and breaking it up. Yeah, it was definitely a fumble. Tough break. Watch how he goes that extra effort. He turns and he tries to get it. He got to protect the ball, and then they swing him away trying to make the tackle, and that ball flies out. You got to protect that ball down at the goal line. Boy, that was a great break.
Logan Konopka came up with it for Trine.
Not only that, it was fumbled in the end. Well, where are they spotting it? I thought it was fumbled in the end zone. So they're going to spot the ball on the 20-yard line. That was a.
Let's watch this. Let's watch this again.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It looks like, yeah, he tried to advance the ball and he didn't get out of the end zone. I don't know what the ruling is.
Usually
They
call
give
that
you
a
a step.
touchback.
They give you a step on that.
Yeah. All right, well, back to the running game. Wilson around the left side. He's good for about a yard. That was a nice job by the Adrian College defense, really stringing that out that time, not allowing him to get the edge.
What a bad break, or a good break for Trine, but what a bad break for Adrian. Now you're just under, you're right around a minute. You're right down in the red zone, ready to score, and you fumble the ball. That could have been no less than 3, maybe 7.
The Thunder look like they're going to take their time here, and they're in no hurry to operate. They'll just go fake the handoff, and Rose will take it, and that's luckily he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage with that.
Well,
so 3rd and long with 51 seconds to go. If you're here, do you take a timeout here and try to stop the clock? You ball back. Looks like they're at both coaches.
Yeah, both teams have 2 timeouts. Yeah, I think you go in. What are you going to do? You're back right around the 20-yard line. You're a long way to go. You got 80 yards, and they're just going to run it out.
Yeah, what I was thinking though is if they called a timeout, Adrian called a timeout, they could get the football back with fairly good field position. But they're not going to do that. They're going to run the clock out, and Wilson will get one more carry before we head to intermission, unless they stop the clock now, which they finally do. The Bulldogs took a time. See, I don't know why they waited to take that timeout, Tom, but now they are going to be able to get the ball back here. Well, and they're going to have a chance to make a return, at least set up something.
Especially because they had 2 timeouts.
Yeah,
now they have 1 left.
Yeah,
but why didn't you take, if you're going to take a timeout,
it earlier, like we were talking.
Take it at 40 seconds.
Yeah,
it was like just under 40 seconds. Why take, if you got 2 timeouts, why take 1? But you know what, it's...
hey, they're going to get the ball back, and they're going to get a chance to get a return here and maybe take 1 shot at the end zone.
One thing about it,
so that's a good thing.
They're going to be throwing into the wind, which would be going to be a tough situation. And Trine is going to be punting with the wind, so they're going to get a probably pretty put the ball right around the 50 or the 40-yard line to start their series. And not much you can do with 14 seconds.
See if they can set up a return here. They might be able to set up a return and break one,
or even get into better field position and then launch one.
Throw to the end zone. All right, Jacob Davis is back to receive this kick.
So you see he's at 40, or he's at the 40 right now. Of course, they've got the wind with his back, so if he even catches the ball there, he could probably get at least to midfield.
So Davis will receive the kick. They'll try the block, and the kick is end over end, and it bounces to the 50. Now it's going to, Davis gets away from it, it's going to be dead at the 38-yard line. So with 4.1 seconds to go, I think you're right, Dunk. I think they use those timeouts just a little bit late. But they're going to get 1 playoff here as it's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
You got the lead. You're going into the wind. You don't want to launch the ball. Kneel down and go in the locker room. I cannot see them throwing the ball into the wind, especially if they got 60
we can start moving
down
down
before the end zone.
We just gotta wait.
I can't see them unless they just run a regular running play and pad on some more yards for Emmanuel Stewart, but I don't see them doing too much on this with 4 seconds to go.
Well, they huddled for quite a while around their coach, so if you're just going to come out and take a knee, I don't think they would have done that.
Well, see, here's another thing, too. You don't want to launch the ball and then get it intercepted and get it, so you want to be cautious here.
I think Millark's going to throw as far as he can. Now they blow the play dead, and Trine's going to talk about it. So Coach Abb says, let's talk about this now that we see the formation that the Bulldogs are coming out in.
Well, I think the Trine staff over there thought, well, they're going to run the ball out. Now they came out and looked like a passing formation. So they had a timeout to use, so use it. And
women's tip-off at 6 p.m., followed by the men's contest at 8 o'clock. Please reset the game clock to 4.1 seconds.
We're going to try to get Coach Jim Deere at halftime here, and we'll get his thoughts on this final couple of plays here.
Can't be happy about the end of this quarter, end of the half,
It's
when
been
you're
kind of
right there on
right
there on the goal line and fumble it away.
Yeah,
it's got to be a little disappointing, yeah.
All right, so here we go. See if they do just shuck it long. Millark, he's got Nutter in the backfield with him, and they've split everybody out wide here to the left, and Millark is going to throw it about as far as he can, and into the wind, as you mentioned, not going to get a lot on it, and that's going to do it. Although Millark could have gotten a roughing the passer call because they hit him late, but doesn't matter. No call, and it's halftime here at Adrian. Good first half of football, folks. 17-14. Adrian leading Trine. That's good stuff. I'll tell you what. That was a good competitive first half, wasn't it?
Well, it just shows you how close and how even these two teams are. You can't be any closer. The only way you could be closer if it'd be 17-17, but very close in how these teams have played.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Coach Deere is getting an explanation at about the 50-yard line of kind of how the final minutes played out there. And so we'll try to catch up with the head coach here. And Ellen Stanton is down there. I can see her. They're ready to go. And we'll throw it on down Ellen Stanton with head coach Jim Deere. Ellen.
Thanks, guys. You're leading 17-14 going into the half. What did you like from that first quarter?
Well, offensively, we did some nice things. The fumble going in hurt us. We should be up 24-14 at this point, but it is what it is. Defensively, we haven't played very well. They've done some different things that we got to go in and make some adjustments and get things right.
And you talked about the defense, and your offense has responded very well to Trine today. What do you think they need to improve on going into the second half?
Who's that? Our defense? Oh, just keep doing the things we're doing. We're moving the football. We can't fumble going in.
Well, thank you so much, and good luck in the second half. Guys?
All righty, thank you very much, Ellen and Coach. We appreciate it. 17-14 is our halftime score, and we'll be right back.
Get ready for an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at everything that's happening in athletics at Bowling Green State University on BG All Access, Mondays at 10 p.m. We'll go inside your favorite Falcon teams, profile exceptional student athletes, and go one-on-one with some of the most influential people on campus. BG All Access, Mondays at 10 p.m. only on BCSN.
Next, the band would like to showcase our fabulous color guard. We hope you enjoy their routine to the 2014 People's Choice Favorite Song Award winner, Taylor Swift's Shake It Off.
Welcome back to Adrian College. I'm with Welcome back to Adrian College. I'm with the president of the college, Dr. Jeff Docking. And Dr. Docking, what a beautiful day we have for football this afternoon, first and foremost.
Joe, who would have thought mid-November, right? I feel like we're still in August sometimes around here this fall, but it is beautiful. We have a lot of visitors. It's a great day for ball.
It's senior night. All the fans have already packed in here. We're taping this interview before the game, and what a wonderful college campus. You guys have so much to offer.
Well, thank you. You know, we really have tried to make it a student-first place, and so we've got a lot going on inside the classroom, but this is what's going on outside the classroom. You're right. Beautiful facilities and a chance for it to be very special during their 4 years.
We talk about this on a bigger level, but it is true for NCAA Division III as well. Football really drives the program, and the athletics are so important, and you've done such a good job, not only here, but the hockey arena and everything around.
Well, thanks, Joe. You know, it amazes me how morale of campus seems to be tied to the win-loss record of our football team. And so we've won the last several years, and we're not going to win the championship this year, but we've won 2 out of the last 3 years before this year. And it just lifts everybody. And I think the kids even do better in class, and they certainly like it more here when they're winning.
Well, Coach Deere's done a great job. 3 wins coming down to the final game of the season, has a chance to win 4 in a row. And you get momentum going in the offseason, then you get it back together.
Well, you know, he replaced 9 of 11 on defense at the end of last year. And so we are young. And our quarterback got hurt a few games ago. He's back now. And so all of those things, of course, play into it with football. But Coach has got a lot to be proud of. He is a winner. And he's shown over the last few years he's building a top-flight program.
The coach and the president of the university as well, of the college here as well. Just what are you most proud of?
You know, I think I'm most proud of our enrollment growth. You know, it's competitive out there now. There's about 3,000 colleges across the country that kids can choose from. And so, you know, we've gone from 1,100 applications to almost 6,000 for our freshman class over the last 12 years. And so that means that we're a place that families and students want to study and start the rest of their lives. So I think that's what I'm most proud of.
Last question, Dr. Docking. Give me a promo for Adrian College. Why should parents send their students here?
Well, you know, it's said that the 2 most important days of your life are the day that you're born and the day you figure out why. And we help students figure out why. When they come here, they learn, you know what, this is what I'm born for. This is what I want to do professionally. This will get me up in the morning and help me want to make a difference. So I would say that's why.
Parents that have kids and that are students that are moving on from high school to college, they do pretty well if they came here at Adrian. Dr. Docking, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Dr. Jeff Docking joining us, and we'll take a break and be back with more.
Today the band finishes.
Now take your favorite live local sports with you wherever you go with the Watch BCSN app. Just download the app, and in seconds you'll be streaming the BCSN networks live directly to your smartphone or tablet. Miss a game? Hit the On Demand tab and watch any event from the last month in an instant. Download the Watch BCSN app today.
It's halftime back at Adrian College. They've got the old T-shirt gun going off there. You're going to get me a T-shirt dunk so I can take it back to T-Town and look all snazzy?
You got to catch it, though. If you drop it, you have to throw it back.
Oh, that's why I said, are you going to get me a T-shirt?
Oh, well, it probably won't catch it.
Bulldogs are up 17-14. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. Good game for the Bulldogs. Trine came out, though, and that pass play was working big. They threw little short passes and let their receivers do the job. Jeffrey Barnett was the big playmaker. And then in the end zone, wide open play. That was Gabe Porter, but then right back comes the Adrian Bulldogs. Whoop, look at that little move there. Little spin move, very nicely done by Ryan Betts. And then the touchdown, Emmanuel Stewart. And then the defense kicked in. dunk. You got some good defensive play from Riger and Solarczyk, and then Emmanuel Stewart again. He set a record for most rushing yards. You see Mark Harris go into the end zone for Trine, but Stewart set a record. He had over 1,200 yards coming in. This was a 60-yard run to set up another score. He had 9 carries, 125 yards in the first half, and he has now surpassed the school single-season rushing record. He has over 1,300 yards. So congratulations to Emmanuel Stewart.
Only a sophomore as well, so he'll continue to break those records. And I think the Adrian team defense did a nice job of coming back in the second quarter.
Well, let's look at some of the first half statistics. 164 rushing yards, most of those courtesy of Emmanuel Stewart and his record-setting first half. Passing yards 84, very close, 248 to 213.
It's a good ratio, though.
Yeah.
Run to pass yards, third down, pretty good.
Not a lot of penalties.
Not a lot of penalties.
Nope.
Yeah, no, we talked about that. This game has been going pretty smooth because of the lack of penalties. So both teams, it's all about execution. And really, in the locker room, what do you change? You don't change a whole lot. You just do a better job of executing.
17-14, Adrian with a halftime lead. We'll be right back. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Does she have a guest down there? Okay. Darius Philon on the return. He's across the 40, up across midfield, still on his feet, and finally knocked out of bounds. So a great return by Darius Philon as we welcome you back. And the second half starts with a bang for Adrian College. Let's head down to the field. Ellen Stanton with another very special guest. Ellen, take it away.
Thanks, Joe. I'm here with Dawn and John Osachuk, the parents of the senior safety, number 4, Mitch Osachuk. And how did he get started off playing football?
He fell in love at the age of 6, and then at 7 he said, "Dad, I got to play football. You got to get me on a team."
And now, for the last 4 years, he's played college football. How cool is that to see him play here at Docking Stadium?
It's been a great experience.
Living out his dreams.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys.
So the cutbacks by Emmanuel Stewart. Thank you very much, Ellen. And the Osachuks, that's good to see. But Stewart again showing his ability to just be able to read, okay, if it's not there this way, whoop, I'm going to cut it back the other way. And he picks up a first down. I'll tell you what, he is as good as advertised.
And he goes up, he's always going straight ahead. He's never I don't think you've seen him take a half dozen steps to the side.
So it's a Bulldog first down, ball at the 35, and now Millark's going to put it up in the air. And He scrambles and he's sacked. Big number 55 got to him that time, Dunk, as he had nowhere to go in the backfield. And Mitchell Fair said, "Now the buck stops here."
Well, again, he didn't throw it away. He's got the wind to his back. Interesting. Trine thinking this is going to be a close game because they kicked off and they kicked off into the wind. So which means they get the win. What they did at the half is they called the win. They want the win in the fourth quarter. So they're willing to kick off, give Adrian the ball and Adrian the win in the third quarter.
Here comes Stewart around the left side. He gets the corner and knocked out of bounds after a gain of 4. Actually, they knocked him out after he only picked up 2 yards. They spotted him out a little bit sooner than I thought. Hard to see on the far side of the field. We're on the other side here, but Emmanuel Stewart showing why he's one of the best running backs and will go down as one of the best running backs in the history of the school. They announced, we talked about the single season rushing record now is Emmanuel Stewart's. He broke that in the first half. He's second on the career rushing record with 2,405 yards, and he's adding to that here in the second half. Malark looking deep. Malark is flushed out of the pocket. He rolls around the far side and picks up the first down. So there you see the scrambling ability of Stephen Malark.
He knows exactly where he needs to go. Tried to throw down the middle. No one open. He gathers the ball. His eye goes right to that down marker. He runs right to it, gets the first down right at the spot.
Malark is a 6 foot, 212-pound junior.
And he's got enough size, Joe, to move the pile. You know, there was a collision at the end, and he gets the first down.
So Malark now will give it back to Stewart. Stewart jukes at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for about 2 yards. I've been impressed with Malark, though. I'll tell you what. M-I-L-A-R-C-H, Stephen Malark. Or Malark if you say it fast. But Malark's a good quarterback, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he's 9 of 14, 128 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 sack, but he takes it up because, and that's not a bad thing. If you're a quarterback, you want to keep that drive alive. Maybe it was a 2-yard sack.
So here's Malark, and he gets the ball batted down. That could have been real danger. That's the defensive tackle again. Mitchell Fair, and I'll tell you what, he's a good one.
He stepped across the line of scrimmage, then he stepped to the angle. I don't know if we have a replay on that, but he stepped as an angle and stepped right into the passing lane. And yeah, you're right. I think the ball was thrown hard right at the. Let's watch this play. He stepped across. He beats the.
If he'd have picked that off, it might have been end zone.
Yeah, that ball was thrown hard.
So here's a big third down play, ball at the 23. They fake to Stewart. Got a receiver open. Oh, broken up in the last minute. Great play by Karen Graham because they had Darius Phylon run a little in route down there. Watch this. He cuts in and he's open to the goal line, but broken up in the last second. It's going to bring up a long field goal attempt.
Well, they've got the
Malark going to stay on. Well, he's going to hold. They've got the field goal unit on here. They'll try Haydock here on a long field goal, or check that Cameron Cook on a long field goal.
Well, he's got the wind to his back. His longest is 38, so this is only 2 yards longer than his longest. Plus, he's got the wind.
Cook from 40, and he's got plenty of leg, but he misses it wide right. So Cameron Cook, if he was accurate on that would have been good from 50 plus, but unfortunately he pushes it wide right. And it's still 17-14, 12:06 to go in the third quarter.
That's one thing that Adrian has had a problem with is the fact is they're now 5 of 16 with field goals. And 30% accuracy is not very good in college.
No, that's not going to win you a lot of football games, but he's got a good leg, the young man.
He's got a strong leg. Yeah, just got to.
I'm impressed with what he's able to do, but just work on the accuracy a little bit.
Yeah, figure out that accuracy. He's got a strong leg. That was good for 45.
That would have been good from about 50.
Yeah,
it was well up there. Rose fakes the handoff, looking near side and throwing, and it's caught by Gage Corner for a first down out close to midfield. They're going to mark it down to the 44-yard line.
The throwing into the wind does not seem to be a problem for Rose. Again, 6'4", so he's up there. He throws a nice high release, but that ball was right on the money into the wind.
All righty, so here comes Rose again. They fake the handoff, far side, and it's incomplete. So that'll set up second down and 10 while they get ready for the next play. Let's go down to Ellen Stanton.
Thanks, Joe. I'm here with the head coach of the baseball team here at Adrian College, Coach Rainey. You guys have dominated MIAA over the past several years. How do you guys be so successful in the MIAA so long?
We just try to recruit good guys that are baseball players, good students, and then my coaching staff's been around a long time, and we just try to develop them and keep them going and keep them pointing in the right direction.
And unfortunately, you guys lost last year in regionals. How do you guys look to go past regionals this year?
Well, offensively, we got to get better. Last year, we weren't as strong as we typically are offensively. Pitching-wise, we were really good defensively, but offensively, we've got to get better.
Well, thank you so much, and good luck this season.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Coach and Ellen, nice job down there. We wish the baseball team the best of luck. I miss baseball season already.
It'll be here before you know it.
It will be. We got a long winner before that. Rose looking over the middle, and it's caught. That's Barnett, and he's down to the 42-yard line of the Adrian Bulldogs. Is Jeffrey Barnett.
That's his 7th catch of the day at halftime. That was his first catch of the half, but at halftime he had 6 catches for 67 yards. So they tack on another, say, 12, 15 yards. He's close to 80 yards reception on 7 receptions there.
So after a stalled drive and a missed field goal, Trine gets the football back, and they've already marched it across midfield. They give it to Wilson, and he doesn't get a lot there. Nice job defensively.
Well, Damon Fuller hopped across the line of scrimmage. He didn't complete. He didn't finish the play. He hopped across, but he wasn't balanced, and it could have made a play 2 yards behind the scrimmage. He's got to stay a little bit more balanced and make that tackle. That time he got across quickly, but it wasn't set.
Kowalczyk was also there. Big number 62, who's been in on a lot of tackles today. Kowalczyk will come off, and they'll make a host of substitutions here on 2nd and 11, an obvious passing situation for Trine. Rose, and it's caught again by Corner. But a short gain there, Dunk, down to about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I was surprised they went underneath that far, but now it's a 3rd and, about 5 yards to go. Obviously, it's a passing situation, as it has been for most of the afternoon with Trine, but also they've got their big back in there, number 34, Johns Harris Scott.
Scott had a big run earlier in the game. And they'll run a little tunnel screen, and it's caught but way behind the line of scrimmage. Barnett actually loses yards on that.
Outstanding.
Split screen is what that was.
Outstanding pursuit by a number of them. Damon Fuller, Dontrell Tucker. They were swarming. It's almost like they knew what play was coming. Now it's 4th down. They're going to go for it. Hey, they're going to go for it. I'll tell you right now, you're going to give the ball away in great field position if you don't make this first down. So this is a pretty gutsy move by Trine.
Let's see if the Bulldogs can indeed come up with a big stop here on 4th and 4. By Lark, and he's got an open receiver, and it's caught across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. That's Bonfiglio again, the former standout.
Bonfiglio only one. That's his 2nd catch of the day. He had 1 catch for 8 yards in the first half. That was a huge possession play, getting the first down. And Bonfiglio's got that size too. He's got a good size to him.
6'1", 180 pounds.
Yeah,
out of Toledo St. Francis.
He turns in. He's a nice target.
He certainly is. So big first down conversion, or 4th down conversion. Now it's first down. Now the sack in the backfield. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Trine, but it's going to be a huge loss. He's only going to get it back to the 38-yard line as Harris picked the ball up after the fumble. But what great defensive pursuit. Just a tremendous play by the Adrian Bulldogs. And look at the hustle.
And number 22, Trenton Elkins, who is starting. He's really the backup defensive tackle.
Let's go, Adrian!
So,
a nice team effort, though. Elkins did a nice job of getting the sack, swinging the quarterback, fumbles the ball, then two defenders hop on the offensive player that picked up the ball.
There's Barnett with a spin move at the 35. He's down inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line. We're looking right into the sun, so it's a little bit hard for us to see now. The sun is at that angle where we are in the press box.
But I'm glad to see we have sun.
Yeah, well, that's true. It would be a lot colder without sun.
It's very difficult to find these numbers.
Yeah,
because
it's really hard to see. We are looking directly into it right now. Yeah. But another third down play coming up. 3rd and long here. Let's see if the Bulldogs can get a stop. 3rd and 11, ball at the 30-yard line.
We already know Trine is committed to 4-down territory inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, this is definitely 4-down territory. No question about it, John. They throw underneath, and it's incomplete. Bonfiglio again, and that time the throw was a little bit wide. He was unable to hold on, but that would have been well short of the first down.
Bonfiglio trying to catch the ball, which is wide. He knows that he's got to cut back inside, so he's actually going to the ball to his left and trying to cut back inside. Tough play, trying to manufacture some yards on that play. Couldn't do it, but that was a tough ball to catch.
Yeah, it really was. And it was thrown a little bit outside. He had to really reach for it.
Yeah, little
behind him.
Behind him that wasn't quite coordinated in that pass and catch.
So big 4th down play. Bulldogs need a stop. They fake the handoff. They're going right side, and it's caught for a first down. Bonfiglio over there. That was a perfect play. He faked the defense, acted like he was going to run a stretch play into the end zone. He just turned around at the yard marker, and Rose fired it over there for the first down. There it is again.
His pattern sold that entire play.
Yep.
It looked like, yeah, you're right. He was going to the end zone, planted, comes back, gets the first down.
So now it's 1st and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. Mark Wilson still in the backfield. They'll give it to Wilson, and he's got good yardage on first down. Down near the 5, just outside the 5.
You know, with a lot of plays on the ground, short passes, high percentage passes, keeps the clock running. You got 6:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. This quarter is going by quickly because both offenses have been running a pretty efficient and productive offense.
Wilson again. He's got some running room. He's going to go in the end zone. He's very close. They knock him out just shy of the goal line on a great defensive play. Actually, he's knocked out the 4 now that I look. I'm having a heck of a time seeing across the field.
Going right into the sun. We couldn't be any more direct into the sun than we are.
We cannot see a thing up here right now. So we're relying on our award-winning director, Dominic Jerome, and our entire crew. We'll watch it on the screen like you folks are at home. So 1st and goal. Ball officially at the 7-yard line. So Wilson left side, and I think he's across the 5 now. He is, and down inside the 5 to the 4.
This is where that smaller defense for Adrian, although small, very athletic, very quick, this is where you can wear them out down on the goal line. You pound it with Davis, or Wilson, I'm sorry.
If you think too, Dunk, in the 2nd quarter, late in the 2nd quarter, when Adrian was going in for the score that could have put him up big. Boy, I hope that doesn't come back and bite the Bulldogs.
Yeah, could easily have been 24-14 right now.
Instead, they'll fake the handoff. Rose will run inside the 5 down to about the 1-yard line. Goes Brandon Rose.
Those are hard plays to execute with that defense when you want to try to. It was the ride inside, then Rose going to the outside, try to get the option, try to fool everybody. It wasn't fooling anybody.
Well, I'm hearing their coaches in the next box over calling for NASCAR, whatever play that is. NASCAR is what the coaches are signaling down to the field. So Let's see what NASCAR is for a Trine Thunder. 3rd down, goal to go. Just a handoff to Wilson, and he's short. Great play defensively. Was that Dontrell Tucker? I couldn't see into the sun. I think it was Tucker that made the stop.
Looks like they're going to just try to tie it up here. I was thinking the way Trine has been so aggressive all day long. I'm surprised they're not going for it, but this is the wise move here. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Tie it up. There's still a lot of football to play.
So they'll bring Haydock on to try to tie it up with a short chip shot. And that kick is up, and it is right down the middle. And we're tied at 17. A little less than 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. There's a flag on the play. Let's check and see what the flag was about before we get ahead of ourselves. The officials are kind of conversing here. They're calling offsides decline. We're tied at 17 with under 4 minutes to go as we'll head to a commercial break. We've got a good one from Adrian College. All righty, we are back at Adrian College where the Trine Thunder have just tied it 17-17. And the kickoff coming, kicking with the wind. Paul Baker fielded at the 20, up across the 25, across the 30, around the near side, still on his feet is Darius Philon, and another great return by Philon. That's the 2nd good return. There is a flag on the play. He could have a block at the back, so it might come back. Flag back at about the 36-yard line as Philon was turning the corner. Looks like this play might come back, and it is. But another good return by Philon. You're seeing his athleticism. You can see he's kind of upset at the end that he didn't break that for a longer gain, but regardless, it's going to come back. It's a spot foul block in the back, or a hold actually.
Number 32, 10-yard penalty for the spot foul.
So it's a spot foul, it's a 10-yard penalty. They're going to mark it back all the way to about the 22-yard line. So that's where Adrian will put it in play, and we're tied up at 17 now with 3:44 to go. As you see, being tended there on the sideline.
After the penalty,
Jacob Kolek. So here they come. Mylark will give it to Stewart, his go-to guy, and Stewart knives his way through up to the 30-yard line. Another good gain on first down, I should say, by Emmanuel Stewart. And Dunk Stewart's he's just so shifty and so hard to bring down.
He's got a high motor. He just doesn't seem to run out of steam. And it's a nice compliment when the big number 34, Nutter comes in and Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside type thing.
They'll throw a man in motion. They'll give it right back to Stewart. This time he's bottled up. Looks like he's got the first down, though. It's nice to have those 2nd and shorts, 3rd and manageable type downs and move those chains. Stewart continues to run very, very well this afternoon.
Well, with the occasional long play that Stewart manages to do just about every game, he had 125 yards rushing in the first half.
That's amazing. On just 9 carries.
9 carries, but he does get some long breaks. But other than that, this Adrian offense is a pretty deliberate to grind the ball down the field.
Little screen pass, near side, caught, and another good gain on first down. That's out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. And D'Angelo has played very well as well. D'Angelo Gaines, he's just a freshman running back. He's the backup running back to Emmanuel Stewart, the sophomore. And that's a good 1-2 punch. You mentioned Nutter, who's kind of their big guy in there that runs between the tackles, 230-pounder from Genoa. But they've got a good stable of running backs, I should say.
Good future for Adrian.
And they're all young guys.
Yeah, that's a great future ahead.
So here they come again. They'll fake the handoff, and they'll throw it out. It's caught. Great spin move. Down inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line. So Ryan Betts.
Watch this, a great pattern, but watch his move. He fakes to the outside to the sideline, then cuts back, runs really well after the ball. That's his 4th catch. He had three for 61 yards in the first half, but that was the first reception of the day. You know what? He gets a lot of yards. Let me see what he was coming in. He was averaging 34 yards a catch, so that means he catches a lot of long passes.
Comes from a great family. We talked to his family earlier in the game. And they should be very proud of their son Ryan. Now flushed out of the pocket is Mylark, and he's brought down after a gain of maybe 1 yard. They'll keep the clock moving as we're just about ready to go under a minute here in the third quarter, tied at 17.
Well, the 2 things that Mylark did correctly were 3 things. First of all, he didn't throw the ball downfield. He ran the ball, number 2, and he kept the clock running. If you're Adrian, you want this game to move as slow as possible and run the clock because you have a deliberate offense, and you want to get that frustration with Trine.
I like Mylark as well. He's a really good quarterback. Here they'll run the option. They'll pitch it to Stewart, near side. Stewart breaks 2 tackles, and he's finally brought down from behind, but not before he picks up another first down. And you want to talk about a guy that's been in on just about every single tackle. Well, then you're talking about Mitchell Fair. Fair for Trine has been absolutely incredible. He's been flying around the football field all afternoon long. He'll have to come out, but watch this. Stewart breaks a couple tackles. Then look at Fair. He just comes all the way back from his defensive line position to make the tackle.
So he's got to go penetrate the line of scrimmage, then come back and make the tackle on the perimeter. That's good hustle by a defensive tackle.
And to run down one of the fastest receivers in the conference. Or running backs in the conference, I should say. Here comes Nutter, and up the middle, a good gain of 3.
I like that combination. I like the combination of the quick and speedy Emmanuel Stewart, and then complement it by the big 230-pounder.
I like what I'm seeing out of Adrian. Put up 4 fingers, folks. We're tied at 17. Adrian has the ball inside the red zone. We return for quarter number 4. Adrian on the march here as we start the fourth quarter. Back with Tom Duncan, I'm Joe Rudnowski. Happy to have you along for NCAA Division III college football on BCSN. They give it to Stewart. He's got some running room. He breaks a tackle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Adrian. Emmanuel Stewart. 15-yard touchdown run, and Stewart continues to pad those stats.
Well, brings him up all the way up to almost 178 yards so far rushing with that touchdown run. He's heading for a 200-yard game.
His second touchdown of the day. Adrian goes back on top, 23-17 as we await the extra point.
That's a big touchdown because he did not score at all in the third quarter.
High snap, but it's put down and put up and put through. Cameron Cook completes the extra point. 24-17 Adrian back in the lead. The kickoff bounds around the 5-yard line where it's taken and returned out across the 25 and not much more. The big number 30 down there put the hammer down for the Adrian Bulldogs. That was DeAndre Callahan making the stop.
This game has been so even, Joe, that you're expecting now Trine to counter on that touchdown because that's how close this game has been. One team scores, the other team scores, no one scores at all. Only 3 points in that second half of that third quarter.
Jeffrey Barnett didn't have anywhere to go. He did get the ball out across the 25 though, so that's a pretty good field position to start this next drive with 14:44 to go in this game. Trine trailing now, 24-17. Wilson up the middle. Good gain on first down. Out to the 40-yard line goes Mark Wilson. I'll tell you what, he's been impressive too.
Well, it shows an unbalanced line to the short side of the field. We had a late flag. I wonder what that is.
Looks like a player's down too for Adrian. Will check the injury. That's Chris Adams, who's hurt on the play. Adams is a very talented freshman. He was the defensive player of the week a couple weeks ago in the conference. We'll step aside for a quick commercial timeout as they tend to the injured player.
BCSN, available exclusively on Buckeye Cable System, is presented by Ballast Buick GMC, doing business with character. The Andersons, a store like no other. And by TAS Electronics.
All righty, Mitch Zacek almost had an interception, but the ball went right through his hands as we welcome you back to Adrian College, where the Bulldogs have just taken a 24-17 lead on the Thunder. Let's watch this. Rose trying to get it downfield. Zacek went up, very nearly picked that pass off.
Yeah, he's got to catch that. He's the deep safety, comes up to make the play, exactly what he's there for.
Wilson around the left side, 9 yards on that play before he was finally knocked off his feet by Zacek.
Wilson through 3 quarters has 93 yards. He's probably at the 100-yard mark already. He had another big run in this quarter, so he's probably over 100 yards.
There's a Chuck. We talked to his parents as well. Very nice people. We want to thank all the who love coming up, advising this college football at this level, and it's good football. We've seen a lot of really good football today, really between both teams, not just Adrian.
Yeah, we have.
Trine as well.
Good football, not a lot of penalties. We showed it at half. There was only 2 total penalties.
Yeah, 1 by each team.
1 by each team. But you know, the guy that continues to impress me is Wilson. I don't know if he was in the game plan because he really wasn't around for most of that first quarter. But he's really come around and is running now for over 100 yards.
Yep, 21 carries and over 100 yards for Mark Wilson. He's the backup to Lamar Carswell, the Toledo St. Francis product. Carswell out with an injury. Here comes Rose, and he'll just have to tuck it in and pick up what he can. And he got pretty good yardage, gain of about 5 as he's run out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Well, the one thing, and I'm sure that Adrian addressed this at halftime, but Trine does a great job of spreading the field, creating open space for either Rose or Wilson, whoever's carrying the ball. Now we've got the big back 34, John Harris Scott, in there. He's lined up in a slot.
Yeah, they're going to put him out in the slot here, as it's an empty set backfield with Rose in the shotgun. Rose looking left, throwing left. It's caught. It's complete to corner, and he's brought down at the 12-yard line. Gage Corner, one of the best receivers in this entire conference. Makes the catch for the first down.
He's also closing in on 100 yards. 6 catches for 88 yards before that.
That puts him up over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Because that was a gain of 12 yards. Right at 100 in his corner. So that sets him up 1st and 10. And Wilson running up the middle for the touchdown. Or no, that wasn't Wilson. That was the big back.
That was
the big
John
man.
Harris. John
Harris Scott. So he doesn't get a lot of carries, does Harris Scott, but he uses his big body to just kind of bowl through the defense and score the touchdown.
Yeah, 5'10", 200 pounds, runs with a lot of power, and that was a very quick possession for a touchdown by Trine.
They're an extra point away from tying this game up. That was a 12-yard touchdown run by Harris Scott. Is up and good, just inside the right upright. 24 all in the 4th, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a moment. D'Angelo Gaines back to receive this kickoff by Paul Baker. All of a sudden, we're tied at 24. Glad you're with us on BCSN for this NCAA football game. Gaines takes it to the 11-yard line. makes his way out across the 30, and he's brought down to the 34-yard line. So a good return by D'Angelo Gaines. He's knocked down out there at the 31 by Adam Woods. So let's see if Adrian now, Tom Duncan, can answer that Trine touchdown.
We'll look for them to have the same type of offense. They're going to use Nutter, they're going to use Stewart to pound the ball, use some play action passes, but very, very productive. Move the ball, don't hurry, be patient. That's the type of offense that Adrian has.
And they pitch it. And brought down behind the line of scrimmage on a good defensive play by Taiwan Hall by the field. See if they go back to him on 2nd and 10 or they choose to pass. They're going to throw it into coverage, but it's caught. Complete up, it's about 4 or 5 yards. That was Lawrence Austin Jr. with his first catch of the day. So the 5'11", 205-pound wide receiver from Warren, Michigan, Cousino High School, makes his first catch.
This is a big third down for Adrian, because they want to change that momentum. Right now the momentum is going in the favor of Trine, so they need to get this first down, keep the ball moving.
And they've got Stewart open. He makes the catch. He makes a juke move. He's got the first down. He's across midfield, still on his feet, and finally brought down the 46-yard line. And that was just all Stewart making the defense miss because they had him about 2 yards short of the first down, and he did watch his juke move over here. Okay, by you. Let's just cut right there. Okay,
I think this is my 4th game. 2 last year, 2 this year. I have not seen Emmanuel Stewart being tackled by one person. It doesn't happen.
And he's not a big guy at all. That's the thing. 170 pounds, soaking wet probably, really.
Well, that was a big play to keep that drive going.
Get back to Gaines, and Gaines goes nowhere. In fact, he loses the yard.
Well, Trine has figured that play out, that's for sure. They've got minimal yards on that, and just basically that was for a loss. So they may want to go in another direction. I think they've been successful with Nutter, Stewart combination on the ground, grind it out and tire out that defensive front.
So a loss of 3 on the play will set up 2nd and 13. Clock continues to run. It'll be under 10 minutes when this next play gets underway. Nylar continues in the shotgun. He'll keep Nutter there to his right. 3 split to the right. He'll roll right now and throw, and it's caught. Far side, across the 40 and down for the first down. Good play. Eric Orzinger that time. And that's his first catch, if I'm not mistaken.
We did a nice job of catching the ball, making sure he catches it, and then turning upfield. Did a great job of accelerating once he got his hands on the ball.
That was Jamel French. I apologize.
Yeah, that's right.
The 6'2", 203-pounder, although I guess he plays defense and offense. Maybe we had the wrong number there, Don.
Yeah, I think it was number 15. So
okay, well, maybe there's another number 15 that we don't have on the roster. They'll give it back to Stewart. We know who this guy is, and he's got a first down. He's still on his feet. Emmanuel Stewart. Boy, he's impressive. I can't get enough of this guy. I love this guy.
Well, I think Trine has had enough of him. I'll tell you, right now,
you're not kidding, partner.
They won't they won't be unhappy when this game is over. They won't have to see Emmanuel Stewart for another year.
He's up over 200 yards. He's already broken the single season sophomore. First down, ball at the 21-yard line. This could be the defining drive of the game that's tied at 24. Right back to Stewart, and this time they bottle him up the line of scrimmage.
Normally when you see Stewart go directly, say off guard like that play, it's to set up a pass, to fake it to Stewart eventually, and then play action pass. He's not that effective off guard. Mostly it's off tackle. He hits the tackle or he bounces it to the outside.
So let's see if they indeed go to a play action pass here. The line Stewart up just to the left, and they're going to run the option. Stewart has some running room. Can he get the corner? And There's a flag on the play, and it's going to go against the Adrian Bulldogs.
Probably, it looked like it might have been a push in the back. It's kind of hard to see. We're walking right into the sun, but some kind of hold or push in the back.
So let's see what the officials come up with here, Don. Penalty, I'll tell you what. Gonna back herself out. Yeah, it is a hold.
Yeah, it's a hold.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, so that'll move the ball back outside the 30.
Well, it helps them a little bit, yeah, because
got a little bit more room to operate.
Yeah, well, Stewart was able to pick up some yards, so it's it makes it second and about 12 maybe. But I really think this is 4-down territory, especially kicking into the wind and not having the most accurate place kicker right now. So, I mean.
Now they called an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Trine. So they called that on Quentin Daniels.
No, they called it on Emmanuel Stewart.
Oh, they called that on Emmanuel Stewart?
Yeah, they called it on Emmanuel Stewart, number 6. So
No.
It's here we go. I see it now. I see it. Okay.
It's against Daniels. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Quentin Daniels.
Big break for Adrian. I didn't see anything, but I saw
there must have been some
Stewart
jawing.
go out of bounds, and I thought, and they said 6, but I guess I got it incorrectly.
There must have been some jawing down there.
It must have been on Lamar. Well, not Lamar. But
no, it's on Quentin.
Clinton, yeah.
Quentin Daniels. There's 2 number 6s. Yeah. Both of these teams have brought.
Well, that's huge. That's the first down plays.
Ball at the 15-yard line. They give it to Nutter. Nutter's got some running room. Breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet, battling, and he's taken out of bounds.
What a great compliment to Stewart. You have David Nutter through, breaks tackles, gets big yards inside the red zone.
Well, we saw him at Genoa, and he was very impressive, and here's why.
Look at that. Look how he
230 pounds. He's just he'll run over you. He'll just run right over you.
He moves the pile, and that's exactly what you want when you're down in the red zone. And now the play clock has been, just was momentarily out, but now they can use the play clock. They better get it off pretty quick, though, because it's down to about 4 or 5 seconds. They better get it off.
Yeah, now 3, 2, 1. They're not going to get the play off. They have no idea.
Neither do the refs.
No, neither do the refs. You're right. Stewart, near side, tiptoes his way into the end zone, I should say. Tap dances, tiptoes, whatever you want to say, it all results in the same thing. And it's a touchdown for the Adrian Bulldogs.
Really well-designed play, take a lot of time off the clock, execute, blending the pass with the run. Just a really well-scripted series for Adrian College.
Bounds here, as we'll take another look at it. He just kind of tap danced down the sidelines.
Just great footwork.
Well, we're not going to get a look at it until we kick the extra point. Then we'll take a look at it going into the commercial break. The extra point is up, and the officials say, you better believe it. And that was a break as he tiptoes to the 2-0. The kickoff is a good one. It's taken at the 1-yard line. Out across the 10 to about the 20 before he's stacked up there. Goes Joel Hirsch. And let's go back down to the sideline with that for another report from Ellen Stanton. Ellen?
Thanks, Joe. I'm here with the head coach of the men's soccer team here at Adrian College, Charlie Edwards, and you guys finished 5th in the MIAA this season. How do you guys look to finish a little bit ahead of that next season?
You know, I think the biggest thing is learning lessons. You know, this past year we had a young team. We learned a lot of lessons, and I think this year just learning from this season, and that'll help us move forward.
And you guys are losing some key seniors, such as the goalkeeper, Lino Teormina. How do you guys look to combat those losses next season?
You know, I think just bringing in another strong class. We've got a lot of guys that are ready to fill those gaps, but can't overstate the importance of losing someone like Lino or Riley Jackson and any other senior leaders that we had on this team.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and good luck next season.
Absolutely, thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Ellen and Coach. Damon Fuller made another big tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressed with that young Rose throwing near side to Bonfiglio. He catches it sliding down across the 35-yard line.
I guarantee you, Bonfiglio won't miss another pass today. He missed one earlier in the half, earlier in the game, and I think he remembers that. He made sure he caught that ball before he hit the ground.
But that's Toledo St. Francis product is a very good one, isn't it?
He sure is. It's
fun to follow these kids as they graduate from the high schools in the Toledo area and get on through the colleges, isn't it?
He runs such a precise route. That's what gets him open. Not that he doesn't have good speed. He's got good speed, but he runs great routes.
3rd and short now. Big 3rd down play coming up. See if Adrian can get a stop. Rose on the quarterback keeper. And he's got the first down. He's got running room before he's finally tripped up from behind. That tackle made by John Carlin. Carlin was very active in the first half. We haven't called his name a lot here, though, in the second half.
We got Tucker, Carlin, those two linebackers are so active. And, we haven't called his name too much in this second half, but he was really instrumental in making some big plays. Open field tackle like that, which is very hard to do here in this fourth quarter.
Clock continues to roll. Adrian with a 7-point lead. They'll turn around, they'll hand it to the running back, and that's 5 more yards. We talked about how good the running game is for Adrian, and even without their leading rusher, Lamar Carswell, the Toledo St. Francis product, Mark Wilson has been extremely impressive.
But I see him limping off right now. He looks like he turned his ankle. But they've got another back in John Harris Scott, number 34, that comes in.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown just a few moments ago, and the quarterback sack after the pressure. Big number 72 getting there for the Adrian Bulldogs, and that's exactly what Adrian needed. Zach Reiger with the big hit to finish things up on the quarterback sack. Here it is one more time. Fuller gets penetration. Fuller hitting first, and then Reiger was there to complete the product.
It's a great job by Reiger. He fights off his blocker and continues to run down the quarterback. That was a huge loss.
Reiger says, "Give me James Bond," because mission accomplished. The mission was not impossible there. Tom Cruise and company. And we will step aside. Just 4:03 to go. Trine with the football, but a big 3rd and long when we return.
We might want to talk about possibly even 4-down territory. You give the ball up. Yeah. I mean, the way Adrian runs the clock. Plus, you got a game. You got to get to. I'm not going to say anything, Joe. I don't know. Well, he has a way about, making people feel bad, I guess. I don't know what it is.
BCSN, available exclusively on Buckeye Cable System, is presented by PNC Bank for the achiever in you, and by Yark Automotive, just what you're looking for.
3rd and 12, looking long, throwing, incomplete. So a 4th down coming up as the Adrian fans are on their feet. Adrian with a 31-24 lead late in the fourth quarter with under 4 minutes to go.
Well, they're going to punt the ball. We were thinking it might be because the way Adrian holds onto the ball, that may be the last time Trine touches the ball in this game, but they are going to punt. They got the punt. They got the wind behind them, so they will be able to force Adrian back probably between the 20 and 30-yard line.
Jacob Davis will go back to receive the kick. There's a flag. We'll see what that's about. Not sure if it was something that happened after the play or some kind of illegal substitution.
Maybe, the way, because everybody's set and nothing happened.
After what it is.
Well, that makes it even more so. You know, Adrian's not going to have bad field position. They're going to have at least, they're back to the 20, maybe, you know, at least 30-yard line plus, and that's pretty good news for that Adrian offense because they can run the clock.
Ben Cornell is punting with the wind, though. He showed he's a pretty good punter, and he gets a good one off. It's fielded right at the 20-yard line. Right across the 30, up the middle, still on his feet. He might break it. He's got one player to beat. Can he take it to the house? And he's tackled quickly. Is Jacob Davis down to the 35-yard line. I got excited there a little prematurely, but Davis likes it. Let's watch it one more time. It looked like at one point he might be able to break it.
Nice job of tracking it. Plus, he's looking into his son like we are. And it didn't have to bother him, but you know what he just did? He just cut the field in a third. 1/3 of the field is all that Adrian has to go to get a touchdown. And you know what? They have the type of offense. They can drain the clock. Oh, it's coming back.
Yep, it was a block in the back. I did not see it. I was watching for that when he was returning it, too. I did not see that at all. Must have been on the far side of the field.
Yeah, it was a clear lane. So
yeah, and I was watching for a block in the back. I was watching for that. They called it on number 6, which would be. Well, there is no number 6. Emmanuel Stewart. Stewart doesn't play special teams. There's a Leslie Young. Maybe it was on Leslie Young. Maybe
possibly, yes. Possibly Leslie Young.
But let's watch it again. See if we can see it.
All right, right there. But that was past. That was the play. It was over.
Yeah, the play. He was way past that.
Over on that.
And he just.
Our kicking team be a 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. First down.
Wow, another penalty on Trine. It will go back the other way, from what I understand that he just said. I don't know exactly. It must have been a personal foul, but they're. If I'm correct, they're moving it back. They're moving it back on Trine.
Number 6 down here.
The ref said sideline interference. Okay.
Wow. No, it was against.
Yeah, that was against Trine. So here.
Oh no!
They marked that, it was against Trine, but they marked off the original penalty against Adrian, and now they're going to mark off the sideline interference penalty against Trine. So there you go. They have it at the 40. So still good field position to start this drive as we get all this sorted out with 2:42.
Great field position. Now you can do what you want. You can have a two.
Oh, you just run Stewart.
Well, you run Stewart. You complement that with Nutter, and just keep the clock running and move the sticks.
And Stewart is going to get across the 40, across the 35, and he wisely goes down. And now there's a penalty on the play. Is that going to be a holding call? I would imagine that's where the penalty flags that are dropped in that area usually result in the holding calls. So now all of a sudden, with the first half that was basically penalty free, each team had just one penalty in the first half, and now we're seeing penalty after penalty after penalty. It was a 10-yard holding penalty, as I predicted, against the Adrian Bulldogs, and if you're Adrian, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to go backwards.
Well, Kochalski, as he was going around, Stewart was going around the edge. He just grabbed on just long enough.
Adrian has a yards. That'll set up second and long. Clock continues to run. We're going to be under 3 minutes.
Maybe you want to run the
If you do anything, you just do a short screen pass and let one of your playmakers make a play in space, because you don't want to stop the clock on an incomplete pass. They're just going to go right back to Stewart. I don't blame them. Stewart breaking tackles, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And a little bit more out to the 41-yard line. They'll set up 3rd and 9 or 10 yards.
Well, that's not bad, because it
looks like Trine has called a timeout with 2:25 to go. And Stewart's walking a little gingerly toward the sidelines. 3rd down. DVD from BCS. Log on. That's visit bcsn.tv and start shopping right now. Good ball game. Been a fun football game. And again, I want to thank all the good people up here at Adrian College. Leslie Carson and all the great people. Dr. Docking, head coach Jim Deere, all the players, all the fans. They're so nice and so of us when we come up here. It's all about small college on a beautiful sun-drenched Saturday afternoon. I mean, this is like, these kids aren't, they're not your 5-star, 4-star, high, big recruits out of high school. We're seeing great football. They come to Adrian because they want to get a edge. That's what it's. My Lark is sacked, and that play blew up in their face before it even started. They want an offsides call. I don't see a flag on the play, though. Do you, Tom?
No, I don't see a flag. The right end looked like he was offsides. They're trying to. It's after the fact now. There's really nothing you can do about it. But Travis Myrick was saying, "Hey, they moved on the right end." What? I don't know if we have the play on the replay, but
they showed the replay real quick. I couldn't really tell.
Well, this is obviously punting situation.
Isn't that him, Joseph? His fucking daughter went here.
So it's going to be up to the Adrian Bulldog football team defensively to win this football game. Their offense has done enough. They put 31 on the board. Can the defense hold in the final 2 minutes and 18 seconds? We will find out.
Well, Trine took their last time out, so now the only time they're going to stop the clock is getting out of bounds and momentarily moving the chains on a 1st down. But a good punt here gives it still gives Trine pretty decent field position. Look for them to have anywhere between the 30-40 yard line, unless they really get off a good return, and that's pretty good field goal range.
Connor Storms is punting into the wind, so keep that in mind. This punt is going to go into the wind, and there looks like they're lined up to try to block this kick. Storms gets it off barely. It's an end-over-end kick, and it lands at the 50, takes a Bulldog bounce across the 45 down to the 44-yard line, and that's where Trine will opt. So
went straight up into the wind, didn't go anywhere. You got to have the nose of the ball. When you're punting into the wind, you have to have the nose of the ball slightly pointed down so it pierces the wind. That time didn't help him at all. Gives Trine position.
They've got the big running back now, Harris Scott in the backfield with Rose. And they'll give it to Harris Scott. He's around the near side. And there's a holding call. That's going to come back. Got good yards and got out of bounds, but nonetheless, it's going to be a hold against Trine.
Well, Scott impressed me by the way he got out to the corner and was able to.
He showed some speed, didn't he?
Yeah, he did for his size. But that's coming back, and that's going to hurt. You only took 6 seconds off the clock, but you could have a little bit longer to go now for the holding penalty.
So they'll replay 1st down, and it'll be a 1st and 20.
Almost, you become so predictable if you're trying. You've got to
come. He's being pressured, and he just throws it out away. Had to throw it out. Tremendous today. Was bearing down on him one more time. That's Zach Reiger.
Reiger was the reason why Rose has to throw that quickly and get it out of the way. Did not give him one more count to be able to throw that ball. Great job by Reiger.
6'2", 285 pounds, out of Hudson, Michigan, just a junior, so he'll be back next year for Coach Deere. 2nd down and 20, ball back to the 35-yard line. It's 5, and they're not going to get it off. 3, 2, 1. They didn't get it off.
Well, and no timeouts, which would have been foolish to call a timeout there. You bet almost rather take the 5 yards. Now you're 2nd and 25.
So they'll mark it back 5 yards after the delayed game penalty.
On the offense, 5 yard penalty from the previous spot.
You got to make sure number 9, Brandon Neal is one of the safeties. You got to make sure you're deeper than any other of the receivers that go downfield. You can't allow a long pass in this situation.
Again, Trine playing for the chance to win the conference, or at least get a share of the title and make the playoffs. Little dump pass and it's picked off. 10, 5, touchdown Adrian, and that's going to do it. Sean Lorenzo, and that's going to put the icing on the cake, the bow on the package. He takes it into the end zone, the pick 6, and Adrian's going to win this football game.
Well, a great reaction. You do that every day as a defense after the ball's tipped. Tip drills, as they call it. And he was right there at the right time. And, of course, there was no white jerseys in front of him. That pretty much seals the deal with the 1:40 to go. Trine has no
point. Is up, and it is good. 38-24 our score with 1:40 to go. The pick 6 ices it for the Bulldogs. The pick 6 is going to basically ice his football game, unless Trine can return one for a touchdown here and then get an onside kick. A nice job with the tackle there, Gage Smith, the young freshman coming up to make the tackle.
1:34 to go, down 2 touchdowns. Trine is going to put the ball downfield. Give them 7-8 yard pass, but don't give them the 20+ pass.
Trine does not have any timeouts, and they've got just 94 seconds to operate. Rose, that was almost intercepted again. That could have been another pick 6. John Carlin, looked like it went right through his hands, didn't it?
Interesting defense. They sent the outside linebacker. You're up by 2 scores, so you can take a chance. It was almost. Fortunately for Trine, they rolled that.
Rose again, short dump pass to Bonfiglio. He's got to get out of bounds. And there's a flag on the play. This last minute and a half. It'll take a lot of time.
Quite a few flags, but what Adrian's doing is they're blitzing from the wide side of the field. That time they blitz from the right side, but I like it because you're up 2 touchdowns.
Lock in the bag.
Put
Number
pressure.
34 on the offense. 10 yard penalty.
So the block in the back is called against John Harris Scott.
Well, that negates the catch, not only, but it takes more time off the clock. But I kind of like the idea of just putting pressure, forcing that freshman quarterback to get rid of the ball quickly. It's coming. Look again. Now the wide side is to Adrian's right. Look again for them to put pressure, possibly put pressure on that wide side.
Adrian's trying to defeat Trine for the 5th straight year. And the sack. Carlin coming through again. I'll tell you what, he's been really good, John Carlin.
Well, he's an active rusher. And he's from a linebacker position. Why not send him? He's a great athlete.
Playing
He made the play.
in his final game of the season for the Bulldogs.
I like what they're doing. Rhodes has no time whatsoever. They're sending 5 receivers, but Adrian's sending the linebackers, and the linebackers are making plays right now, so this is all over.
It is indeed 41 seconds and counting, 4th and 19. Villalobos made the tackle. 4th down, and it's incomplete. 2015 campaign on a 4-game winning streak.
That's a pretty impressive football game by both teams, and Adrian really turned it on, and they showed up in the 4th quarter. Didn't score at all in the 3rd quarter, but scored big and dominated the 4th quarter.
38-24. There's another flag on the play.
And some hard feelings right now, and both teams have played hard.
Both teams.
No one,
Yep,
really deserves to win, but almost wasn't a 2-touchdown game. It was mostly, for most of the time, a 1-touchdown game. That's how close it was.
It was tied several times. And really, if it wasn't for that pick 6 that made the final score look a little bit more lopsided than, as you said, it was.
Yes. Well played by both teams.
So the time will expire on the clock, and as I mentioned before, Dunk, Adrian will finish 4-2 in the conference with the win. They tied Trine for 2nd place in the Michigan-Indiana Athletic Conference. And it was a 7-3 season. I know it wasn't the playoffs, it wasn't the conference championship that Adrian has become accustomed to, but the fans are on their feet saluting Coach Jim Deere's team, and they should. Today, they finished the year 7-3, 4-2 in the MIAA, and a 4-game winning streak to wrap things up. That's got to make you feel good going into the offseason.
Not only that, a team victory. Everybody contributed. Offense, defense, linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers, everybody. We called so many names today of players that really made a great contribution.
Emmanuel Stewart was the player of the game by far. The running back with over 200 yards is now the school record holder. We'll take a break and be back to wrap things up right after this.
I tell you, if I had to pay for 100 guys
Now take your favorite live local sports with you. Download the app, and in seconds you'll be streaming the BCSN networks live directly to your smartphone or tablet. Miss a game? Hit the on-demand tab and watch any event from the last month in an instant. Download the Watch BCSN app today.
38-24, the final scores. The parents and fans of this Adrian football team on senior day, the final home game of the 2015 campaign, and Coach Deere addressing his squad, and a very happy coach, and he should be. A good finish to the season, a 14-point victory, the 5th time in the last 5 years, 5 wins in a row over Trine University, and that's a lot to say.
You know, I look at Adrian College as a very complete team. They do well in offense. They've got great running backs. Millard does a great job of engineering the offense. Good defense, good special teams.
Speaking of running backs, there he is, the star of the game, Emmanuel Stewart. 21 carries, 209 yards. He's a school record holder now. Up over 1,400 yards for the year and 3 TDs. Just an exceptional game.
And he makes that defense better because they keep the ball on the field.
Well, he's so quick, and even when it looks like you have him, he squirts through for 3 or 4 yards and yards a carry. He had that long 58-yard run, and that'll do it. Adrian College just finishes up 2015, 7-3, 4-2. Quick final thought.
Well, as I say, I was impressed by how well-rounded Adrian College was, and they got a good future ahead of them.
So that'll do it. 38-24 final score for Tom Duncan, Dominic Jerome, and our entire crew. BCSN and HD is brought to you by Dave Chevrolet. I'm Joe Rudnowski saying so long, everybody, and thank you.